Assalamu alaikum and a very happy afternoon to my dear students. Today I'm going to start the class 12 chapter Biology Botany Reproduction in Flowering Plants. Firstly, we will see the sexual parts of a plant, that is mainly in case of angiosperm, that is flowering plants. Okay, if we talk about flowering plants, the sexual parts of flowering plants is mainly the organ is flower. We will see the sexual parts or the different parts of a flower first of all, because mainly all the sexual parts are present in a flower. First of all, we will see that all the different parts of a flower is arranged. The main part is called receptacle or thalamus. This is stand by a stick like structure, it is called stalk. Okay, after that the receptacle contains different parts, that all the different parts are arranged in receptacle or thalamus. This part of a flower, the topmost part of the flower is called stigma, and here the slender narrow part is called style, and this part all together it is called ovary. But in the ovary an ovule is formed, and the ovule is female sexual part. Okay, there ovary contains mainly female sexual parts. These are ovule, this slender portion which is called style, and the topmost portion which is known as stigma. The female parts all together, that is stigma, style and ovary, are known as pistil. Then the male parts are arranged like this. This part is known as anther, which contains pollen grains, and this thread like or stick like portion, this is known as filament. The anther and filament both are known as stamen, and the stamen is male reproductive part of a flower. Okay, the anther filament are together known as stamen, this is male reproductive part, and the female reproductive parts stigma, style and ovary are female reproductive part, and it is known as pistil. If we see it again, after that with the ovary at the last or under the portion of the flower, it is joined some green portion, it is greenish, some green portion, these are called sepals. Okay, and all the flowers contains corolla or petals. All the petals are together known as corolla. These corolla. Okay, in single it is known as petal. Okay, and if we discuss again the thalamus, first of we will get thalamus or receptacle, where all the floral parts are attached. Okay, in case of flowering plants, okay, all the angiosperms. Then the thalamus is the only structure where all the floral parts are attached. Then we will get stigma. Stigma is the topmost part which receive pollen grains. Pollen grains are the male reproductive parts. Okay, pollen grains, which for the fusion or the for reproduction, which come to female parts, and the female parts receives. So the part female reproductive part which receives male reproductive organ pollen grains, this is stigma. Stigma receives all the pollen grains for reproduction. Then style long slender part, this is long slender part, it is known as style. After that ovary comes, this portion is known as ovary. Inside the ovary, the ovule, this part is ovule. Inside the ovary, ovule is formed, and inside the ovule pistil is formed. That is all the style stigma, it go out from the ovule. So that stigma and style are also stigma, style and ovule are also called that it is inside the ovary. Okay, in other words, we can say that ovary includes stigma, style and ovary. Anther, this part is anther and filament. It is already I said these are male reproductive parts. And at last some other thing is there. All the stamen, that is male reproductive parts. All the stamens are known as altogether known as androecium, and all the female parts, it is known as gynoecium together. Okay, all these together are known as gynoecium, and the male reproductive parts all together are known as androecium. Okay, this is for class 12, and if there is class 11 students, I will suggest you that you try to clear your all the concepts if you are thinking to go for medical or engineering. Okay, I think the class 11 exam will not be will not held. Okay, you will pass directly without exam, so you not need to think that you are free. You should try to clear your these concepts, because it will be needed in future. Okay, today this much.